just a great weekend. Atlantic City Box Hall of Fame was awesome.
You're the guys, well, not so much old-time guys, but the recent retirees, guys in the last 10, 15 years, you're always keeping tabs on everybody. What made you get into, like, keeping the camaraderie together?
Well, I always did it naturally. Like when I was amateur, I went to the Nationals, and I used to see all these guys I read about in the magazines, and they were famous to me. So I used to meet them, and let's keep in touch. And I used to write to guys, Fabian Williams, who I fought in the end. We used to write to each other. And then it got to be where I would see someone, and they'd be like, oh, yeah, you remember Fabian Williams? Like, oh, I talked to Fabian. Give me his number. I want to get in touch. I haven't talked to him in 20 years. So it just kind of snowballed from there. And what really spurred me on was Emmanuel Stewart. Back in 1997, we were at a fight. I fought one of his guys. Oh, you're always telling me hello. And that's really amazing what you do with your reunions. And I started raising money for different fighters. And so I'm just the guy that keeps in touch.
I guess the two you've been talking about a lot this weekend. First, Gerald McClellan. Talk about what you're doing with him.
Right. Well, as most people know, Gerald got hurt in the fight with Nigel Benn. We're talking 24 years ago. He's, people may have forgotten, but he's in bed all day, all night. His sister takes care of him all day, all night. I do different things like today. I visited Wilfred. He's in bed.
And I see on social media you're keeping correspondence with the recently released Michael Nunn as well.
Yes.
Talk about what he's up to. I always say go after.
So it was too close. I couldn't swing it. But I'm trying to get him to the Ring 10 event in New York City. But he's out. We've been in touch for several years. They actually had an email system in the prison system, and he could email me. So we'd email each other, write letters, and just trying to help him get back situated into society.
So I would get on a little boxing talk. Obviously, you love to analyze things. I've been asking everyone this weekend. The heavyweight division's suddenly hot. We had 3 a couple weeks ago. Now I think there's 4 if you want to throw Andy Ruiz in there. What are your thoughts on Wilder and Fury and Joshua Ruiz?
It's the best it's been, I guess, without thinking about it, I would say since Holyfield and Lewis were together.
Holyfield, Lewis, Tyson, and Bo.
I have
kind of intertwined
heavyweights in years. I've had no interest, and no offense to those guys, but it just hasn't caught on. But right now, I mean, and you have Fury, who's like, some people say he's like the white Muhammad Ali, and he is. I mean, he's very funny, and he'll draw people. And you've got Wilder, who maybe is kind of like a George Foreman persona, So you have this different kind of mix and these different kind of guys that gel with each other. It's a good time.
Who do you think's the best out of the group?
When I say best, I mean who would beat the other guy.
Who's the one guy you got to the dance? Who you bring?
Fury. At his best. And I'll tell you why. I'm one of the few guys in boxing that picked him to beat Klitschko. And
I did too. I actually thought he was going to knock him out.
Really? Yeah, I didn't go that far. But the reason being, as a boxer, I know certain styles are a nightmare to be in.
Yeah.
His is one of them. And I just thought Klitschko was so used to fighting those, a basic style of guy.
1-2 hug.
Right, and this guy's all over the place, and his cockiness, and I knew, and I thought he looked, other than getting knocked down against Wilder, I thought he looked great.
Yeah.
So we're talking, it's a great time for heavyweights.
Well, speaking of great time, so what are the other divisions? Who are the other fighters that you look at? You're looking at Spence, you're looking at Lomachenko, you're looking at Crawford, those kind of guys?
Those 3 right there. Those are 3 of the super elites. I work a bit with Arthur Beterbiev. I hold the pads for him. I go to camp with him.
How are your hands after that?
Everybody always asks me that. To be honest with you, they're fine. I have a technique I developed where I don't really feel the power, but I go by people that spar with him. I talk to them, and almost literally word for word, they all say, that's the hardest I've ever been hit by. Like, one guy said, I spar heavyweights. I've had 130 amateur fights. Never been hit like this guy. Arthur is a special.
And he's in now a good situation over Top Rank where they're working. They're working with Kovalev, even though Kathy still has Kovalev. They have Gavodstik, and they're controlling the light heavyweight. Jesse Hart just announced himself in the division. That's something, a nice little hot division.
Oh, no, it's right. I always said the welterweights are the best. I say light heavyweight is right behind him, and whether it means anything or not, psychologically, Arthur, he stopped. I can't pronounce his name, but the one you just said that stopped Adonis Stevenson.
Yeah, Khabib.
Arthur stopped him as an amateur. Yeah. His nose and everything. He beat Kovalev as an amateur, and Kovalev, he's tried to downplay Arthur, but he knows. I know he knows, because I know John David Jackson has told him this guy is a real deal. So
who else are you working with? You said you're working a little bit with Better P. Have you a couple other guys?
Mainly him. I keep my schedule open so I can go to camp with him at any time. And then in Hartford, Connecticut, I have an amateur team that I work with, and we travel quite a bit.
Yeah, I know you're not working with him anymore, but I guess Chad Dawson's coming over. What are your thoughts of Chad still fight?
I would assume, being as impartial as I can possibly be, when you hit 30, I believe he's 37. When you hit 37, especially when your game relies on reflexes and speed, you're not going to get better at 37. And your chin, your punch resistance, you'd have to fight.
I see you analyzing a fight somewhere soon, hopefully, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.